guys. Welcome. Oh, we've got the USA, Free State, Durban, Eastern Cape, Namibia. I love it. That is the power of an online business. Just make sure you guys are all muted, okay, so we don't talk over each other. And put a one in the comments there for me if this is your very first time to seeing us live. If a one in the comments if this is your very first time. It's like you haven't attended a live webinar with us before. Ooh, I love all the newbies. And put a two in the comments if you've been before. You haven't started your online business yet. Okay? Awesome. All right. Are you guys excited to get going and get started? I'm excited. Okay, so let's dive in. I know your time is valuable. All of our times are valuable. I just want to give you a little bit of a heads up. I want you to just put all distractions away. Okay, because I know we live in a world where everything can distract us. And if you're going to be distracted, you might miss something amazing here. Okay, I know I'm talking from experience. So don't be like me and just put all the distractions away. Tell your friends, your family, just tell them, you know what, guys, I'm going to lock in here for about an hour. It's going to be like 45 minutes to an hour, depending on how quick we can move through it. But this could be the most important hour, especially if you have been wanting a change in your life. Who wants a change in their lives? Put me in the comments if that's you, because then you need to lock in now and watch. Okay, awesome. So I'm excited. I'm going to start sharing my screen and we are going to get going. All right, there we go. Okay, so you'll see that I ask you a lot of questions because I want to know where you're at. And it's like, otherwise, I feel like I'm talking to myself here. Okay. So, welcome to the training. This is a short training, just letting you know exactly how does this online world work. Like, just put a one in the comments there more quickly if you have been wondering. Like, you seriously don't understand how this works. Okay. And put a two in the comments if you have an idea. You just need some clarity. Okay. Let me gauge there. Okay. So, we've got some ones, we've got some twos. Okay. Oh, Frank from Frankfurt. Awesome. You can't wait. I love it. When you're excited, I'm excited. I love it. All right. So I'm gonna show you exactly step by step how this thing works. Okay. But before we get started, I have to just say that I want to mention that tonight's training is educational in nature. Okay. My goal is to help you understand how online business work and the skills involved in building one. You can actually take a screenshot here. I am going to introduce later to you the digital magnetic system. This is our education platform that teaches these skills through a step-by-step training and implementation and community support. And any referral opportunity available within DMS is entirely optional. Okay, so you are going to hear some crazy amounts that people have been making, but it's not a given. Okay, it's not. This is a legitimate platform where you learn the skills, how an online business work. And if you want to have faster results, like I'm going to show you, it's going to all start making sense. But if you hear someone says, I've made ten or $20,000 in a month and they didn't have any experience, don't think it happened overnight. Okay. There is a part that you have to play, like with any business. All right. Can we just say agree in the comments? You all agree. You get that and you understand that. Okay. Let me see. All right, awesome. We can move on. So let me ask you this question. Have you ever wondered how people are actually making sales online? Have you ever had people like you see them talk about digital products? I'm sure if you've been scrolling online, you would have seen it like digital marketing, affiliate marketing, all of these things, right? But you don't really understand how this works. Okay. And I know that many of you, especially if you're on this call, you're probably thinking, I would love to get started. I just don't know how. Is that you? If that's you, put me in the comments. Like you would love to get started. You already have an idea. You can see the results that people are having. You just would love to know how. Well, if that is you, then you are in the right place. Okay. So most people are not confused because you're not smart enough, that I can promise you. You're confused because nobody has really shown you the whole picture. Because I get those questions all the time. Like Lizelle, some tell me like just start posting, build a brand, like sell digital products, grow an audience, build an email list. But nobody really explains like what is it that you sell and how it all works together. Well, I'm going to show you exactly. My goal is simple tonight. By the end of this training, you will understand how people actually build online businesses. You'll understand where sales come from, why some people succeed faster, and what I would personally focus on first if I was starting over today. Okay, great. So there are two ways, okay, how we make money. Okay, so in the traditional sense, the first one is we were all born, you go to work, you go to school, okay, you get an education. Then after school, you go to varsity. If you want a good job, you need a degree. And then you go and you trade your time for money. What does that mean? You get paid by the hour. You get paid for the job, you know, and your time is limited because it's not like you can live life on your own terms because you have to be at the job and you have to work there. But you will agree with me, the online space has really made a big change in this, right? Yes, in the comments, if you agree, especially since COVID, all of a sudden everybody had to go online, if they wanted to or not, because people needed to find a way how to make more money. Okay. So the second one is digital, and this is why you're here tonight. It's leveraging the digital space. And the way that we can make money through the digital space is through content, through having systems that run online. And which means because content is like all over the world, like social media, if you post something now, I mean, you guys saw the chat. We've got people from the US here, we've got Namibia here, we've got South Africa online here. Like, it's all over the world. So what's amazing about that is now your income is not tied to your time, because you can literally take your laptop or your phone and you can work from the US, or you can go travel and go spend some time in Mauritius, and you can still have a business that runs for you online. That's the beauty of it. But to be able to have this online business, you need a product or a service. And if you don't want to trade your time for money, you would want to have a digital product. Because if you have a service and you would do like coaching calls, you're still trading your time, like one-on-ones with people. You still have to put time, like have time, and then okay, give your time away for the money. If you have a digital product, you can literally make sales while you are sleeping, because the digital product people can get immediate access to when they purchase it. Think about if when you order something online, you might order something physical online. But have you ever, let me know in the comments, have you ever ordered a digital product online? Like maybe Canva templates, maybe for a birthday party, or maybe like a guide or an ebook, or okay, Netflix. Okay, right, but you get the idea. Okay, so when you signed up for it or you purchased it, you got immediate access, right? Like with Netflix, when you sign up for it, you get immediate access. That's a digital product. All right. So in order to have a business, you need that type of product. Okay. So let me explain it in more detail. So let's start with something we all understand. Imagine opening a coffee shop. Okay. Because let's go back to traditional. Like if you open a coffee shop, does the money magically appear, or do you have to put in effort in the coffee shop to make the money? Number one, does it money magically appear? Or number two, no, you have to like put in the work. Yes, you have to put in the work, right? So how a traditional business work, I'm going to show you because it's going to help you understand the online world. Okay. So a traditional business, you have people and they discover your business. Like let's say they discover your coffee shop. Okay. So now there's a new coffee shop in town and they want to come check this out. So what they do is they walk in and they have a great experience, and the coffee is like top notch, and they buy. Okay, and they buy more. Maybe they buy for their friends and so forth, and they go and they tell their friends, you must check out this coffee shop, like it's so amazing, the vibe is awesome, I love the coziness of it, right? And what happens is they come back, and that's how a business grows, right? So in the online space, that's exactly the same way. So again, people discover you, but now instead of physically coming to a place, they discover you online through social media, and they start learning from you. So they start experiencing you. Okay, they hear your story. Maybe you're into fitness, or maybe you like painting, and they start following you because they like your vibe, they like what you offer, right? They learn from you. What happens is they start trusting you, and then they buy from you, and they stay connected, and they buy again. That's how an online business grows, right? Like think about when okay, I'll get to that now. So online business, this is what the online model looks like. So instead of like with a coffee shop, it will more or less really in the traditional way, people would talk to people and tell their friends. But online, people discover you through content, through social media, Facebook, TikTok, Instagram. Okay. So the people get there, they discover you through content, they go into your email list. Okay. And then in your email list, this is where a relationship forms. Like they get to know what you do, they get to know what you love, they get to see, okay, they can connect with you. You add value in your email list, so you build relationships instead of being on calls every day, your email list, your emails do the heavy lifting. Okay. And then in the emails, they start realizing that you've got something that you offer. Okay. And then they become customers. And then you follow up, or the system follows up, and they become more customers. Okay. And they keep on coming back, and they, at the end of the day, tell their friends and so forth. So the online business works the same, but it's through a system. Okay. Where most beginners get stuck is they think if they post, they automatically make sales. But that's not how it works. If you post, you're actually starting conversations. I mean, think about it, really. Are you just going to buy from every person you see and you don't know them? No. You start asking questions. And those conversations, it can happen in your emails or in your DMs and builds trust. And trust is what creates sales at the end of the day. Okay, you don't need more followers, you just need more conversations. Now, when I say conversations, I'm not talking about being on your phone the entire day. If you have systems in place, you can automate most of this. Okay, followers don't build a business. I know of many, many follow people who have over 200,000 followers that don't even monetize on their social media because they don't know how. And most of the time, I'm thinking about a recent client. They had all the wrong followers. So the followers were just following for the sake of following some viral content, but it wasn't really their target market. Okay. Relationships is what changed the game. Is people buy from people, right? So the biggest mistake beginners make is they try to sell before they have built trust. So they create a quick e-guide or they create something and they start selling immediately because they are used to selling. And I see a lot of people like this is in the traditional sense, especially people that are used to being in a sales position. They think you have to do the same online. It doesn't work that way. You can't show up online and sell, sell, sell. You have to build trust online through the relationship. And that's how people buy from you. It doesn't work the other way around. And it's actually a lot easier to do it online than it is the old fashioned sales way. Okay. So think about when you go and you purchase a television. Okay. Are you going to spend like $1,500 or 20,000 South African Rand or 20,000 Namibian dollars? Are you going to spend that on something, on a brand that you don't know? Yes or no? Let me know in the comments. Are you going to spend that money on something that you are not sure of? Probably not. Exactly. Okay. So in the traditional sense, what did these companies do for you to be able to build trust with that brand? They built trust. Because in the traditional sense, they were running a lot of ads on TV and online, and they were very visible in the marketplace, which costed them a lot of money. But that is how they built the know, like, and trust. Because you saw them regularly, you are now familiar with it. So now you get into a store and you want to buy a TV and it's slashed half price. Are you going to buy it if you don't recognize the brand? You won't pay half price. You'll rather pay for that bigger one, the more expensive one, because you know the brand, because you trust the brand, right? Online business works the same way. People buy from people they know, like, and trust. They're just not just going to buy from anyone. And the way that you build trust online is just being visible so that you can build that familiarity with that person. Most people don't buy the very first time you post. But as you are consistent online and you are consistent in posting, they build that trust relationship with you. And they don't even ever have to talk to you, but they've built that trust because they see you consistently. This makes sense, right? Okay. So what does an online business actually, business owner actually do? I get this question a lot. So it can be the morning or the evening. It all depends on how you run your business, because with an online business, you can arrange your own time. But the most important thing that a business online business owner does is create content. They spend time replying to messages. Some have it all automated, most of it, and they do following up. They grow their email list. They help people, and they just keep on repeating this on a daily basis. And if you have a system in the back end, you can free up a lot of your time because most of these things can be automated. Okay. So now you can see an online business isn't magic. It's a system, and systems can be learned, right? To be successful in any business, and this is really a big tip I want to give you, is to have a very strong why. Because if you don't have a very strong why, you won't be consistent in this business. Think about any business. Like, who wants their own business? Let me know in the comments. Put me in the comments if you want your own business. I just want to know. And you probably want your own business. I just have a little hunch. You probably want your own business because you want to work on your own terms. Maybe you want to be able to travel more. Maybe you just hate working for a boss. Maybe you want to spend some time with your family. Maybe you just want to be in control of your finances. You don't want to just be capped with a paycheck. You want to be in control of your own finances. You want to be able to know you can make more money and know what to do to make it. Okay? So a why is important, because with any business owner, if you don't have a big why, remember there's a difference. You're not an employee if you have your own business. You're an employer. You are the business owner of your own business. And if your why is not strong enough, you'll take yourself out very quickly, because our mindset is extremely powerful, right? So I want to share with you my why. The reason I started in the online space was I wanted more time and I wanted more financial freedom. Okay. And financial freedom to me wasn't fancy cars, fancy houses. For me, really, is I just didn't want to stress about money. And I wanted to be more at home with my kids. I was working in my beauty salon, and I loved my clients. I loved working in the beauty salon, but I felt trapped. I don't know if you can relate with this. I felt trapped because number one, I wasn't making enough money. I was still in the red every single month. And number two is I didn't have time to do anything else. So I really felt trapped. And this is when I started looking in the online space. But my why is the reason that I can share my success today, and I'll share it with you. Could you hear the music? Could you hear the music? Yes? No? No. So it's just me enjoying the music. I don't know how I do it. I don't know. The team just told me how I should have the music play, and I don't know how to do it. But anyway, you get the idea, right? I love showing you this because this for me is what it's about. Every single time I'm out with my family, every single time I'm able to travel and not have to worry about the money. And I just shared with my community, it's the school holidays. And it's such a privilege for me to be able to be at home with my kids, binge watch these kiddies shows, and be able to be here knowing that I'm still making an income. This is worth fighting for. And this is my why. So your why could be either similar, it could be just for that extra freedom. There's a why you want to build an online business, and just make sure you are locked into that why, because it can take you places. It's worth fighting for because there's a lot of noise out there, right? Some people don't understand the online space, so they have a lot of negative stuff to say about it. Some people, are so worried that they get judged and all of it. And this is why beginners, many of them never start because they think they have to create their own product. They don't trust themselves because they made a lot of bad choices in the past, or they might have tried before. And if you're anything like me, I tried many things in my life. I've always been a hard worker. I have had, I did nails on the side and makeup. I was working for a corporate company, but I always would try a side hustle. Is it just me? Just put me in the comments if it's not just me. Or yes, me or yes. It's not just me, right? Like, I've always had side hustles because I've always been the person that I've always wanted my own thing because I didn't like working for someone. I didn't like it. Especially when my kids were in hospital and I felt guilty to take off from work because I need to look after my kids. I mean, that's ridiculous, right? So a lot of beginners don't even start because they have so much fear of what people will think of them. They feel embarrassed or they feel disappointed or they feel like, oh, I don't want people to get to know me online. Or, you know, if that's the case, what I did. I just blocked family and friends because when I started online, it was nerve-wracking for me. But again, this is why that why is so important because I'm living the life that other people are wanting because I had the guts and the courage to show up even though I didn't like it because I was working towards this goal that I had of wanting to be at home. So, your goal, you need to ask yourself, is that worth it for you? Because I know if you have a dream in your heart, if there is something, you're not on this call for no reason. I don't know what your reason is for starting an online business. Let me know in the comments so that I can see what your reason is. But I know that if you have a reason for it, and you just need to ask yourself, are you willing to fight for that? Because in today's world that we live in right now, you do not have to rely on someone to create the dream that the life that you want. Okay? And it's I know it sounds far-fetched sometimes, but I'm living it. It's not just me. I have a community of over 1,200 people, and I'll share some with you. Okay. A lot of people think they need to figure this all out on their own. And I get this question all the time. This I just don't know where to start. Well, I'm going to show you. Okay, I'm going to show you. This is where DMS comes in. Okay, DMS stands for Digital Magnetic System. It's a whole digital marketing system. So instead of building everything yourself, we've already built the system. Okay, we've built the products so you don't have to create your own products. We've done the sales pages so you don't have to worry about being tech savvy and putting it all together on your own. We've done the emails for you. We have a community that supports and guides you. We've got coaching, okay, so that you're not left on your own to fight for yourself. And we've got content that we already prepared for you so that you can just click copy, paste, and post, just so you can get over that first nerves of starting to post. And we've got a step-by-step roadmap. You just simply need to learn how to use this, right? You're not buying a course. I want to be very clear on that. Okay. DMS is not a course. It's a proven business model. It's an educational platform that teaches you what you actually need to do, but also encourage you to implement. So this is not like a course that you binge on your own and you are just left on your own. We encourage you to learn and implement, learn, implement, learn, implement. So it's all in real time action taking. Okay. It's one that's designed to help beginners stop guessing and just start building. All right. So I'm going to share some screenshots with you. So I asked my community this. This is what I took a screenshot. This is our community. And I just said to them, I need your honest feedback. And I said to them, because we just upgraded our entire system, and I was just asking for feedback like, over the past few weeks, we've been upgrading the platform, improving the training, simplifying the learning journey, and making sure we're building something that truly helps people succeed. And I said to them, I wasn't even planning on sharing it here, but I was so shocked. Well, shocked in a good way, because the goal for this entire thing was exactly how it turned out, and I didn't even think that we reached this goal. So I'm being very transparent and open with you here and sharing this with you. So I just asked them, just give me some honest feedback here. What do you value most about being part of DMS? And I asked them to vote, okay? And I just took a couple of screenshots. There were hundreds, and I just posted this, I think, yesterday. So I'm still catching up on all the comments. But I really want you to get this. This is from inside DMS. Zara says, DMS gave me far more than a business opportunity. It gave me the education, the skills, and confidence I needed to build a business of my own. Before DMS, I never imagined I'd be recording videos, creating content, or putting myself out there online. It challenged me to step outside my comfort zone and helped me develop skills that I now use every day in my own business. It helped me to figure out exactly what I wanted to build and to create multiple income streams that aligned with my strengths and long-term vision. Today, I'm earning an income from the business that it inspired and equipped me to build using my own skills. For me, DMS is the foundation that gave me the knowledge, systems, and confidence to create a business that is truly my own. Candace says, and I love it because Candace couldn't put it a better way because this was my vision for this community. She says, what I value most about DMS isn't even the training, it's the vibe, the support, the encouragement, the way everyone genuinely wants to see each other win. I love that this isn't just about learning strategies, it's about building belief in ourselves. This is why this is important to me because anyone can do anything, but most people don't believe they can. The mindset coaching has been just as valuable as the business training because it helps you become the kind of person who can actually build the life you want. When you're surrounded by people who believe in you, even before you fully believe in yourself, it changes everything. This is so awesome. I want to read, it's just like two or three more. Nadia says, for me, it's definitely the coaching, the support, and the community. As a single mom, starting something completely new, there were so many moments where I doubted myself. Knowing I wasn't doing it alone made all the difference. I also love that DMS keeps improving. The training is practical, easy to follow, and gives you a clear roadmap instead of leaving you to figure it out on your own. Thank you for continually investing in us and creating a space where ordinary people can learn real skills and build something meaningful. I just want to say, no one, I wasn't planning to share this, and no one even knew I was going to share this, but I wanted to give you a little glimpse of exactly what's happening behind the scenes here. Nika says it teaches you to have self confidence to chase what you want. I would have never had the self growth I have had so far if it wasn't for DMS. And the skills you learn is something you can only grow with. No one can take it away from you. I would recommend DMS not only because it helps you start your own business, but because you grow more as a person. And then Melissa, what I value most about DMS is the level of support and coaching in the community. I've been in more than one of these communities, and in the DMS community, I haven't seen one question asked that was left unanswered. The time, love, and effort that is put into this community is insane in a very positive and good way. Whew, I'm so sorry I'm getting emotional. I know this means more, probably more to me than to you, but I'll keep going. What I would tell someone about why they should join DMS is the following. DMS will take you from overwhelmed and confused to getting your momentum and feeling more focused and excited about your journey. When I joined DMS, I didn't know where to take and where to leave. And I finally feel like I found my community where I belong. And the votes were, and I mean, it's still counting. I just posted it, I think, yesterday. Everyone, it was interesting because most voted the coaching support and community, which is just a testament to show that you cannot do this on your own. You know, people normally, we take ourselves out of the game because we get in our own way. And just to show you why we do what we do is we went through months and months of getting DMS certified, which means this is an internationally recognized learning accreditation. So, in other words, months and months of what we went through so that we could get certified. And there's a whole course that you can go through and you can get certified, CPD certified for this. And the reason just to this is just to show you our commitment that you are learning skills here, skills that you can take forever with you. This is not a get rich quick scheme. Yes, people make a lot of money because it's online. It's not a traditional business. And this is why they can make that type of money because it's like literally online and they can sell it all over the world. Okay. So we are extremely proud and extremely thankful to the Lord for this. This is just another step that we did, and it's really just amazing. So I want to show you some financial gains as well, because I know that's important to you. You want to see the proof is in the pudding, you know. So with DMS, you also do get resale rights. It's obviously it's optional. It's not something you have to do. In DMS, you learn how to build you. Okay, you learn how to build your brand, your business. You're not here to build DMS. Okay, that's what I do. I build DMS and make sure that you are equipped. But the affiliate opportunity is an opportunity that if you want to refer someone, you can get 90% affiliate commission, which is amazing. So you can just see Sharon has just made $2,500 this month. Desmarie had made 3 sales in 10 days, 2 weeks in, and Bianca made her first sale. We've got Shadi. Shadi is legally blind, and she made over $1,000 in 10 days. Nesia had an incredible 30 days where she made over $5,000. And Suzanne made 670, 2,001 day. This just goes to show you that it works. It's not to say that you are going to do it. These people are committed to the learning process. They are committed to making this work. So what I want to ask you is I want you to imagine this. Imagine 3 months from now, because we are in quarter 3, right? And I actually just came off a training call where I was training my members and saying to them, these next 90 days are going to move anyway. if you do something about it or not, the time is going to pass. Time is no one, no, time doesn't wait for anyone. So, what if in the next 90 days, instead of wondering how online business works, what if you start building one? How can your next 90 days like if you how can your next 90 days look like if you can start building your online business? What would be different than doing nothing? Okay? The next step is obviously yours. You can keep trying to figure it out on your own or think about it or think it's not for you or not believe in yourself or not trust yourself. I mean, at the end of the day, you make your own choices and you have the consequences of it. Or you can join a community that's already built the roadmap and that already gives you the support. Okay. So here's how you're going to get started. If you are interested, let me know in the comments who is interested in getting started. Just put me in the comments if that's you. If I can find my box over here. Okay. Let me see. Yay. Okay. Awesome. So let me carry on. So we have three options for you to get started on. So the pro is where is over $1,000, 1197. It's a one-time payment, and then there's a once-off on all three. There's a once-off $75 additional activation fee because when you have an online business, just like a traditional business, you need some things in place. And with an online business, you need a professional email address and you need a professional, let me call it a store. Okay, because you will understand that, but it's a .com. Like I have digitalmagneticsystem.com. Okay, so you need that. So we set up the entire system for you. We buy it on your behalf because we take the setup completely away from you so that you don't have to do that. So the pro option is where you can do the certification, where you can get that CPD certification. The pro also comes with additional income streams in your system that you can utilize, that you can get 100% profit for. You also get additional products that you can sell for 100% profit. That's yours, okay? You get advanced coaching in this one. It's based for the person that wants all the support. They want to, be on a call with coaches and, be directed and have that live implementation support. It's more support driven, this, and it's got scaling frameworks as well. And then the starter is you cannot get the certification level on it. You can start on the starter and upgrade later to the pro, but the starter is for beginners that's ready to launch with the structure and support. Okay, it's step-by-step training done for you. Also, we do the entire system, set it up for you. Digital products, you get a launch strategy, you get the community access, you get content templates, all of that. Okay, and then we have the launch accelerator. This is a new one we launched because we realized a lot of people are really scared. Okay, they're scared to get into the online space. They just want a taste of it first. They just want to understand first, how does this all work, and they really want to get a feel of it. And a lot of them start on the launch accelerator and they just start reselling that and not create their own products. If you want to create your own products, the pro is the one that you need to be in. On the starter and the launch, it's more if you want to use the affiliate option because it's just going to help you. It's going to put you in a position where you can learn and earn at the same time instead of just building. Okay, I hope that makes sense. So we are going to give you some bonuses. Okay, so someone is scribbling on my screen, so I just want to stop screen sharing and then I'll share again. Alrighty. Okay, so we are going to give you some bonuses. Okay, because I know when you get started, you feel so scared, and it's like I've been wanting to get started, but I just don't know if I do start, what happens next, and how can you support me better? So what we'll do is we're going to give you content templates to help you get rid of that fear, and just help you to just get moving online. Because the sooner you post, the better. You actually will go through the first 7 days where I guide you exactly with one action you can take every single day. Okay, we're going to have a live onboarding call for you. So you're not going to wonder what you need to do first. And it's a live person, it's not recorded. It's a live person taking you through step by step what you need to do, what you need to focus on. And then we're going to set up your system, okay, within 24 hours. And we're not going to charge for that. You just have to pay that once off $75 because that goes to your email and your domain. All right. One decision today could completely change the direction of your future. And that's when I spoke about the 90 days, okay? And I don't just want you hearing this from me. There are people inside this community who drastically changed their lives because they took the decision of just moving forward. Nicola is one of them. She made over $22,000 in the last 30 days, but I don't even want you to see the amount. I want you to listen to what she says here. She says, a few weeks ago, Lizelle told me then my next goal should be 20K because by that time she was having like just over $10,000 months. And she says she thought to herself, that's a bit out of reach because at the time her best month has been just over 13K. But I went home and I wrote the goal down anyway because she believed I could do it. I want to say you that, but she believed I could do it is gold. I have a coach that does that for me too. We need people to believe in us because we don't really believe in ourselves, right? And then she did it. She smashed it. She went far over 20. And we've got Nicole, Anya, she made 30,000 South African Rand. Bianca made, Desmarie had it. Oh, I did share that. I shared some Afrikaans in here as well because Corinne says, she was just crying. She couldn't believe that this is something that she was capable of doing. Belinda made over 1,500 in 7 days. Alicia made her own products. She created her own products and she sold more in 2 days than what she sold on the previous year because of the skills that you learned. That is the magic of it, it's the skills. So what I'm going to do before I open up for questions, I just want to ask Zanel to come and share. Zanel, I walk a path with her for some time now already, and I just want you. Oh, Zanelli, sorry, I know I didn't ask. I didn't prepare someone to come and talk. I just want you to share a little bit of your experience so that they can hear instead of just before she does that. Hang on.
Zanelli's not on.
Oh.
Yeah,
Sally,
she's
I'm
not on
here.
tonight.
Oh, Celia's here. Okay, so Celia needs to. I just want to share with you this. This is our community. Okay. You'll see on my screen. I just wanted to show you this because this is where I asked them for the honest feedback. Just so you can see it's real. And this is like live feedback in the community. All right, Celia, can you please share? Thank you.
With the biggest love. So, you guys, thank you so much, Danny. About 3 years ago, I was that desperate mom. I was literally the mom that worked 15 hours a day. I drove the Perico. I had debt collectors phoning me more than my own mother did. And I started looking for a way to just change things for me and my little girl after going through a divorce. I never thought, I've tried a lot of things in the online space. I got scammed 3 times and then I started my very first online business and I loved it. I loved it. I made a lot of money in the online space. And then suddenly I started seeing people around me, they fell off. They lost payment gateways. They just couldn't cope in a big setting where there wasn't close proximity. They struggled with setups and stuff like that. And I was like, we need something that could help these moms because my heart of hearts has never been just to make money in the online space. The minute that I realized this industry could work, and this industry literally took me from putting groceries back onto a shelf to flipping my zip code from the bush to the beach and giving my little girl the life that she deserved, I knew that my heart's desire was every single person that I helped, I wanted them to experience that change. And when I came across DMS, I was like, this is so it. This is so it. And I remember, and it was a scary move for me. Lizelle knows it was a very scary move for me to go from one to the other. And I was like, Zal, you say that I will be able to make about, because she had this promise, I'm going to show you how to make $5,000 in your very first month. And I'm like, okay, you say this is possible, but what I'm going to do just to prove that it really works is I'm going to try out a brand new platform and I'm going to do it over there where people don't know me. And lo and behold, I did. But that's not the part that really got me. I mean, tonight I'm looking at the testimonials you gave on that question that you asked, and I'm looking at some of these testimonials that you shared, and a lot of those people on there are people that I literally helped to get started, people that started things in the online space and they struggled, but because they needed that close proximity, they needed that part of where DMS just plugs in and say, hey, you literally not on your own. And I want to share this part because DMS, in my opinion, is so different to anything else on the market. I mean, I've been in this space quite a while, but when I walked into DMS, there's not a day where I haven't felt growth. There's not a day where I haven't been called higher. There's not a person that I've helped so far that hasn't come back and just be like, I'm in awe, I'm in wow about what DMS has done for me. And tonight I want to just elevate Lizelle a little bit. And I know she doesn't expect this from anybody because she's such a humble person that literally she created this out of her heart where she's like, I'm seeing people struggle in the online space. I'm seeing them starting with things, but they're still struggling. There's certain things that keeps them stuck, that makes some people start but never push through, makes some people get started but never really reach that success. And what she's created in DMS, I can tell you guys, I cannot see anybody not making it in this industry. Whether you've ever tried something before or whether this is the very first time that you've ever looked into anything in the online space, this is where you want to get started. This is where your hand gets held. This is where you get called higher. And not only in growing a business, not only in growing your income streams, but actually growing you as a person. Because I literally look back now and I cannot recognize the person that I used to be against the person that I am now. So Lizelle, thank you for helping me change my life, for helping me to, still give my daughter the life that she deserves. Because where I used to put groceries back on a shelf, you guys, I was a mum working 15 hours a day and I still couldn't afford the bare basics of life. I now have a little girl that's almost finishing up with school. And like Lizelle says, we do it for our families. As a mum, I did this for my little girl, and I've got no fear about the future because DMS is it's always growing, it's always elevating, it's always just taking you the next level higher. In my opinion, when you get started here, you do not need anything else because she keeps on building and she keeps on growing this with the internet. The pace that it grows out, DMS grows with that. So I hope we get to welcome a lot of newbies in here because the lives that we've been seeing changing inside this community is just like, it's insane. And I just want to thank you. Thank you for changing lives. Thank you for seeing the gaps. Thank you for making this possible. And thank you for getting us to be certified, man. I know that was hard work on your side.
Oh, thank you, Celia. Thank you. That's why I got so emotional because when I was reading those comments, guys, it's just so nice because for me it's all about you. It's really about, and I know you feel the same. You feel the same to people. When you give, you feel more blessed. It just is what it is. So I want to open up for questions because the last webinar people said, "Hey, I wanted to ask questions." So I want to give you an opportunity to ask questions. Now's the time. No question is stupid. No question is, if you don't know what a digital product is, ask. Okay? Ask us what you want to know. If you want to see some more behind the scenes, let me know. What is your question? So what you can do is you can just at the bottom of the screen, you can click and raise your hand. Okay. If you are shy, you can post in the comments. Okay. Let's see. How does it work if you want to upgrade from starter to pro? Good question, Bianca. So there's a link that you get if you want to upgrade. So you just pay the difference. And when you pay the difference, everything actually happens automatically, which is awesome. So now you just get a link. So all you need to do now is if you do want to get started, you get back to the person that invited you here and you ask them for the link so you can go check out. Go check out what the 3 offers and choose which one and just get going. Okay, Bradley, if you want to know how to get started, you got an email that took you here, right? So reply to that email. Okay, get back to the person that emailed you the link to this call and then ask them, please send me the link so I can check this out and get started. Because like I said, in the next 90 days, it's going to pass. We're already in half of the year. It's going to pass anyway. You just need to ask yourself, if I'm not doing anything, where are you going to be in Q4? Or are you going to be building your business or are you going to be still thinking about it? It's not up to me at the end of the day. I'm we will believe in you and we will back you and we will freaking cheer you on. But we can't do it if you're not inside. Okay. What product is it that you help us to market if I do not have a product? Good question, Louise. So the product itself, you get resale rights to the DMS. So if you start on the Pro, you can sell all three and you get 90% affiliate commission. The 10% is really only for bank fees and the fees around it. So you get 90% affiliate commission. So many of them inside here are just selling DMS, but there's also many that's selling their own products. And there's some that's building their own products. If you purchase the starter, you get the launch accelerator and the starter that you can resell. If you start with the launch accelerator, you can sell the launch accelerator. Okay. Please run through the numbers again. Okay, Steven or Stepan, I'll do that quickly. Let me find it. Where am I? All right, so let me just go back. So you know what? Let me show you the website. Okay, let me show you that. No, wait. Someone invited you here. Just now you see mine and then there's some problems. Okay. Like, I mean, we've got affiliates and now you see mine and maybe you want to buy from the wrong person. All right. So we've got the Pro and we've got the starter and we've got the launch accelerator. Okay. So all three, you get a done for you business. So in other words, you don't have to create your own emails. You don't have to create your own website or anything. We have that because what we do is we set you up already and we already give you the affiliate link so that you don't have to wait to build your own product, that you can immediately start reselling if you want to. So if you buy the starter, you will get resale rights to the launch and the starter. In other words, the launch and the starter will be on your website. Okay. Or on the link. Yeah. And the Pro, you get all three. Okay. Does that make sense? Okay. Let me see some more questions. Should I keep it up a little bit? Okay. That's it. Okay. What did I miss? I think I recall seeing on your recorded webinar that on the Pro package, you offer various options to create a product. Yes. So in the Pro, you will get a step-by-step on how to create your own digital product. And that gets you that certification too. Okay. So now it's a certification process. You learn from scratch how to build your own product. Okay. How does that work is you literally just take it step by step. Okay. We give you a step by step. You build your own product. You will learn what type of product to create, what is profitable, how to decide on a product. You will learn who you want to serve, who's your perfect customer, how to do your content. Like, I know many of us have a lot of ideas, but not all the ideas are going to make you money. So you will learn what type of ideas and how to know if your idea will be profitable. You learn all of that. Okay. Yeah, you can do this in your own time. Everyone learns at their own pace at the end of the day. I mean, if you've never created content before, it will probably take you a little bit longer because, like, if you don't know how TikTok works or Instagram or wherever you decide to be on, it's going to take you longer. Okay, with someone that's already used to posting, they will do it quicker. Okay, what question did I miss, Bernadette? Team, if you can just help me check. I don't want to miss any questions. I can't find Bernadette. Just post it again, please. I can't find it. Let me see. So is it just the DMS that you give variations, an example of what own products I can create? Oh, there are so many. So it all depends on, you'll go through a process. If you want to create your own products, you'll go through a process of what type of products you can create. There are different things. It all depends on what your skills are and who do you want to help. Like, we've got people inside here, like you saw Alicia, she writes like Bible stories. There's people that do like cooking books. There's someone that does like sleep therapy. There's so many, you can do so many different things. Does this online business require you to show your face and make frequent posts on a platform like Instagram or Facebook? You can do faceless. Okay, we have a lot of people that do it without their face. I mean, think about any brand, Samsung, like I spoke about the TV. They don't have someone showing their face all the time. They're just very consistent with their brand message. Okay, so yes, you can certainly do this faceless. I've seen a lot of people have results. I had results faceless, but it does take longer because in today's world that we live in, right now, there's a lot of scammers online. So it just takes a little bit longer for them to build that know, like, and trust. But if you lock in to the faceless and you keep on being consistent and show up, you will see the results. Okay. Is it like Canva invites, party flyers? What tangible products do I go for without any skills? Louise, you think you don't have skills, but you probably do. I have someone that didn't think they had skills, but they lost someone very close to them, and